This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Storm Collectibles Injustice Darkseid. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with its different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Darkseid out of the box. And man, this is one big, beefy, and impressive action figure from Storm Collectibles. Storm really does do some amazing work, and their DC line is getting better and better, and Darkseid is definite proof of that. So with this piece finally in hand, let's take a closer look at the Injustice Darkseid. Alright guys, so let's take a closer look at this Storm Collectibles Darkseid. Now, here's the honest thing in my opinion, I'm a little torn about these DC figures from Storm Collectibles. On one hand, Storm does some amazing products, their quality is insanely good. On the other hand, I'm not a fan of these designs, honestly, from the Injustice game. I love the game, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a fan of them in figure form. And that's not to say this doesn't look terrible, they're just not as appealing to me as they might be for some of you. So I'm going to try and look at them in a very unbiased way, so just like the quality of the figure and things like that, but yeah, just saying that I'm not a huge fan of these particular designs. With that said, the head sculpt looks fantastic. The sculpting of everything looks really, really good. I love how Storm Collectibles uses this like inner frame, so where a lot of this is more softer pliable plastic around a more inner articulation, which is really nice. I love the metallic blue that we're getting here with this almost like metallic purple. And you got the gold Omega symbol right there. All the sculpting over this looks good. I love that we get like the silver paint brushing like that to give it a little war-torn and some beat-up areas and things like that. No peg holes in the feet. The figure itself does look really nice. How you see I have him, the arms behind him like so, because that's a signature Darkseid pose, you know what I mean? And then the sculpting and things like the arms and the cracks of his skin and the head, all that look really, really good. I think these all came out really nice. So the figure itself looks good if you're into the design, and again, Storm Collectibles always does a good job with that. Alright, so let's check out his accessories here. So we're gonna get all kinds of interchangeable hands. We get like open palm hands, we get things like closed-fisted hands, pretty much everything hands with the fingers a little more curled. As you can see, I do have him with that more curled hand, and then I just put the little closed-fisted hand inside like that, so it kind of looks like he's holding that hand behind his back, so that's how you want to do that, and it works out pretty good. I do like that. One thing I do like is the interchangeability with Storm Collectibles figures is very nice and easy, so just pulled off on a little straight peg here. These little wrist sections are soft gummy plastic, and they will come off, so just be careful with that when you're interchanging the hands and things like that. Works really, really good. So we got a ton of interchangeable heads. So we got the more stoic one right here, which looks really nice. I dig that one a lot. We got one that's very much more angry, which looks really good too. I love the metallic that we're getting for the red of the eyes. I think these look really, really nice. They're just giving us a ton of detail with that. Then we also do get one that's very angry and like yelling. I think that looks impressive too. You see the silver dry brushing on there, looks really, really good. I'm digging the detail. Again, Storm Collectibles does very high quality work with their figures, and that looks awesome. But probably one of the coolest heads here is the one with the eye effects in there. I think that looks so dope, man. I love the little, red flares that we're getting off the eyes. Look super, super cool. But one cool thing is though, is these are actually interchangeable, so you could take those off here, just unpeg those like so, and you can see how he just has these blank eye sockets. Now I'm gonna try to do this on camera, so you have to kind of like line them up properly. So then you can take these here, put that one in like so, and then get this one right here, get this one in like so. Now you got these two little effects like this, but what these are for, these are to actually plug in his Omega beams. So let me zoom out real quick like that and get a better look at this. So you can actually peg these into these little sockets that you plugged into the eye like that, and you can see how really big and long these are. This thing is just crazy. I think you take the other one, put it on this side, and like spin it around, rotate, but you can see how crazy these Omega beams are. Just gnarly. The plastic used in the red color looks really, really good, and they hold onto there surprisingly well. They're not too heavy, so like if you want to just interchange the head, you could just take this off, simple ball peg like so, and you can pop this on right there like that, and you can just see how crazy this is, and you'll see some pictures later on, but that is super impressive. And again, you can move these around and shape them around the way you would want to, for whatever kind of like pose or picture you're trying to do. So that's really cool that we get that. That is an insane effect that works very, very well. Alright, so let's run down his articulation now. So the head and the neck are on ball joints. You get a nice good rolling around like so. Does turn left and right, up and down like that, and pivot side to side. Arms and go full 360, up and out that far, and that popped right out of the peg, and I can just pop that right back in, which is really nice when it comes to Storm Collectibles, because, you know, sometimes you feel like you're going to break it, but nope, pops right back in the socket, and it's just as good. So again, up and out that far. We do get a butterfly joint in there. This is a more softer pliable plastic around a little bit of articulation in there, so that works out nice. Rotation at the bicep, single bend at the elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a double ball peg in the midsection, so he rolls around very, very nicely. Nice and smooth, rotates left and right, pivots side to side, and crunches back and forth very, very well. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back, all the way back that much, splits out that far, which is really nice. Rotation in that upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee that bends just past 90. Wish that was a little bit better. Ankles go up, down, rock side to side, rotate a tiny bit, and toe articulation. One thing I'm kind of noticing too as I play around with this, there's like this metallic blue looks really cool, but there's also a purple hue to the blue, which looks really cool in the lights. I think this guy's just awesome, man. He is big, beefy. He's one badass toy. You know, and Storm Collectibles are known for being a little big on scale for what they're supposed to be. Darkseid here is a very larger figure than your average one, because again, he's supposed to be. He's a tall, massive character. He has good weight to him. Again, if you're okay with the designs, I think you'll absolutely love this. Storm does not disappoint when it comes to their figures. They put on some good quality product, and Darkseid is definite proof of that.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figures. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Red Hulk and Mezco 112 Collective Superman. And for your Storm comparison, here he is standing next to an Axe Battler and Scorpion. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Storm Collectibles Injustice Darkseid. Now overall, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of these particular designs for the DC characters, but still, Storm Collectibles does an amazing job. The sculpt is always super clean, the paint apps are always beautiful, the articulation is very well done, and I really dig the accessories. Those Omega beams are super impressive and definitely some of the best effects I've ever seen for a Darkseid figure. He's big, he's awesome, and he is definitely a must-get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.